Now, I had a great session with a client yesterday who alluded to feelings of overwhelm in their business. Now, let's just be honest here. That's more normal than many people would have you believe. But on the way home, it kind of reminded me of a story that turned into its own story, and actually I want to share it with you. Now, more than a few years back, Kieran, my son, complained to me that his life was pretty bloody miserable and that he didn't know how he was going to fit in or make anything out of himself. He was tired of fighting, being bullied all the time, and just quite simply, all he wanted to do was just be the nice kid at school. It seemed that just as one kind of problem was solved, another soon followed, then he was kind of feeling pretty overwhelmed. So I took him into the kitchen. Now, we filled 3 pans with water and placed them all on high and got the water boiling. I then put potatoes into one of the pans, eggs into another one of the pans, and I got some ground coffee beans for Christmas and I put those in the 3rd pan. Now, I just let them sit and boil, and we just sort of stood there and watched, and I didn't say a word. And Kieran did his typical thing of being rather impatient and moaning and groaning and wondering what the hell I was doing. Now, after 20 minutes, it was all done. And I took the potatoes out of the pan and put them into a bowl. I then pulled the eggs out of the pan and placed them in a bowl and burnt my bloody fingers at the same time. But I then ladled out the coffee and basically put it into a cup. So I said, "Kieran, look, what do you see?" And he went, "Potatoes, eggs and coffee." He didn't really sound like that. I said, "Well, go on then, touch the potatoes." He did, and they were nice and soft. And then I asked him to take that egg and try and break it. But he couldn't, because it was a hard-boiled egg. And lastly, then he took his first sip of coffee. He loved the smell, but absolutely hated the taste, has to be said. He then pointed out that actually none of this was going to win me an edition of Come Dine With Me, but actually I wanted to kind of point something out to him. You see, the potatoes, the eggs and the coffee had all faced the same adversity, i.e. boiling water. However, each one reacted very differently. The potatoes went from strong, hard and unrelenting, put them in the boiling water, they came out soft and weak. The egg was fragile and thin, its outer shell protecting its lovely liquid interior, but you put it in the boiling water and it comes out tough as old boots. However, the ground coffee was completely unique. You see, after they're exposed to the boiling water, they changed the water and made something new. So I kind of asked him, which one are you? See, when adversity knocks on your door, knocks you on your ass, how do you respond? Are you a potato, an egg, or a coffee bean? Now, the moral of the story is to show him that in life things happen to all around us. Things happen to us. But actually the only thing that matters is what happens within us. So which one are you? The potato, the egg, or the coffee bean? Which one is your business? The potato, the egg, or the coffee bean?